I was watching Beyonce's early career, not by choice. It was just in your face, like it was in the building, like so it was right there.
Prices for Beyonce's highly anticipated Cowboy Carter tour are dropping like a lot. Just months ago, a fan could expect to spend up to $800 for a pre-sale ticket to the opening night in the tour in Los Angeles. But hours before the concert, tickets had dipped to as low as $57.
Signed his contract. The big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. No, those trophies. Those trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man.
So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
We talked about Jay. Proximity to Diddy. You don't think he knew anything?
Allegedly forced to appear in a mask, the lawsuit states Jay-Z and Beyoncé Knowles Carter were seated in the room. And upon seeing Monaro, Beyoncé Knowles Carter asked, "What's this? What's this all about? Why is this half-naked white man with a mask standing here in front of us?"
There's one thing you do not do on this God Screen app. I'm going to teach you a lesson, okay? You're going to go to school today. One thing you do not do is mess with 50 Cent.
50 Cent just threw another grenade at the Carters, and then this time he's locked in on Beyoncé. Her Cowboy Carter tour is off to a rocky start, and 50 is not letting it slide. He's dragging her over the struggle to sell out venues, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real heat is he's putting Jay-Z on blast too, claiming Jay's hiding behind Beyoncé's brand to distance himself from that Diddy drama that's about to explode in court in just a couple of weeks.
I always spoke up for everybody, you know. And, you know, I ain't bitter or nothing. I'm just telling you how it is because you're the only one, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, if you're the only one that came to get me, that's all I can do is say, like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Every time everybody try to attack us, I'm always riding. And you're the only person that spoke up, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, things are spiraling. Fans rolled up to Beyoncé's opening shows expecting magic, but what they got was weird. Empty seats everywhere, last-minute ticket prices crashing down to $20, and she is giving off "I'd rather be anywhere else" energy. People were confused, like, what's really going on here? The Hives are doing backflips trying to spin this, but the proof is out there, loud and clear.
This is the extended family. You've been there with me through my ups and downs. Whenever I get in trouble, this is the one I call. It's my strategist right here. This my brother. This B.I.G.'s brother. Yes, sir. This Brooklyn's own Brooklyn.
Social media is flooded with videos of untouched floor seats, awkward energy, and fans whispering that something just feels off. And then 50 Cent came in wild, posting a cryptic message tied to the Crips, and people are saying it was aimed straight at Beyoncé. According to him, it isn't just about poor ticket sales or bad vibes, implying the real problem is way bigger. Something dark is brewing behind the scenes that nobody's ready to talk about.
I'm always doing a lot of things, man. Most importantly, you know, he had a recital that he has to be at the group. But he reached out to me, and I told him that this right here was important. Bad Boy celebrating 20 years of hits. This is the extended family.
And with Diddy's trial creeping closer, this might just be the beginning of the chaos. Allegedly, the Carters have been putting on a squeaky clean image for the public, but behind the scenes, it's chaos. Damage control is in full swing, especially now that Jay-Z's name has been linked to some disturbing claims in the Diddy lawsuits. One of Diddy's accusers dropped a bomb, saying Jay-Z was in the room during a horrific incident. And get this, she was just 13 at the time. Even though that specific case got tossed on a technicality, it's far from over.
Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs. They knew each other professionally for a number of years, just like in all professions. People know each other. At the music awards, they support each other. You go to the NBA All-Star game, they support each other. That's just how professions work. There is no closer association between any of them. That's also a matter of fiction. That's all that there is. He doesn't know anything about the charges or allegations against him. He has nothing to do with that case. And there's nothing more to say.
The woman has now filed new legal documents saying she still stands by every single word of her story, and she's not backing down. What's worse, her lawyer came forward accusing Jay-Z of pulling mafia-style moves, allegedly sending private investigators, to her house to scare her into silence without any legal rep there. That's wild. Now 50 Cent is picking up all this dirt and throwing it straight at the Carters. He's accusing Jay of ducking behind Beyoncé's spotlight to shield himself from the Diddy mess. And he's even suggesting that Cowboy Carter's shaky. Tour numbers aren't just about overpriced tickets or the country twist, but that something much deeper is turning fans away. So what's really going on here? Are fans just not vibing with the new sound? Or are they finally starting to question the Carters' connection to Diddy's dark world? Is 50 finally cracking the truth wide open? Or is this just another firestorm? He's lighting up for attention. Either way, it's getting way too hot to ignore.
Kathy White's true killer is going to be unveiled. And it's not a man. And that woman died screaming.
Anything else?
Yeah. Show him the tape, Diddy. You got it.
Beyoncé just launched her Cowboy Carter tour in Englewood, California. But things didn't exactly pop off like fans expected. From the jump, people were side-eyeing the crowd because it looked straight up empty in some spots. Photos and videos started flying around social media, showing huge chunks of the arena with barely anyone in them. A major celeb gossip page on X, Pop Stuff, dropped the footage and called it out plain and clear. The pit was wide open and entire sections had no one sitting there. Even Ticketmaster was showing thousands of tickets still available as the show was already starting. The caption on the viral post said, "Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour starts with an incredible amount of empty seats. The pit is vastly unsold and several seating sections look empty. Not a good look for opening night." Then, 50 Cent swooped in with the shade. He posted a screenshot of the news and hit the caption with "Getting real out here." Hey, the tickets aren't selling. He's clearly loving every second of this mess. Some folks are trying to say this might not be entirely Beyoncé's fault though.
Beyonce, I was hurt. Because I heard that you said you wouldn't perform unless you won Video of the Year over me. Jay-Z called me. Hey, bro, Jay-Z, I know you got this. Please don't send them out my head. Just call me.
According to a source who spoke to the Daily Mail, a bunch of ticket resellers scooped up stacks of seats expecting them to fly, but they flopped hard. Now they're stuck holding the bag, and those empty seats are making Beyoncé's tour look like it's tanking. Back in February, when Beyoncé first dropped the Cowboy Carter tour announcement, fans were already sounding off, and it wasn't about excitement, it was the ticket prices. Some seats were going for thousands, and people were not having it. Fast forward to just days before opening night, and boom, tickets were crashing down to as low as $20. That's a wild drop, and fans started asking what's really going on here. Some think Bey moved way too fast, jumping into this tour right after the massive record-smashing Renaissance tour. Others are saying Cowboy Carter just doesn't slap the same, not even for her most loyal fans. The vibe isn't clicking like before, and the album hasn't sparked the same obsession Renaissance did. But now there's a darker theory going around. People are whispering that this low turnout might not just be about prices or country themes. It might be about the heavy drama circling Beyoncé and Jay-Z's deep connection to Diddy, a connection that's looking more and more controversial.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020.
If you've been keeping up, then you know Jay-Z was even named in a lawsuit by Jane Doe, who claimed that both Jay and Diddy assaulted her when she was just 13, though that case got tossed. Jane Doe later came back saying she's standing firm on everything she claimed. Her lawyer, Tony Busby, also spilt that Jay-Z allegedly sent 2 private investigators to her home, trying to intimidate her and even recording her without her attorney around. Jay's team did admit they sent the PIs, but claimed they followed the rules. Jay-Z's team might be claiming they didn't do anything illegal, but Jane Doe is not backing down. In her latest court filing, she described being shaken up and trembling the entire time she was speaking with those private investigators. She said their so-called calm approach was just for show, and that behind closed doors it felt far from safe. And she didn't stop there. Jane Doe reaffirmed her accusations, standing by her original story that Jay-Z was involved in the disturbing incident. She claims it went down at an after-party following the 2000 MTV VMAs in New York, a night that's now under a whole new level of scrutiny. She wrote, "I never stated whether once or times that Mr. Carter did not assault me. So no, she's not letting this go, and the situation is spiraling fast." Meanwhile, 50 Cent is keeping the pressure on, dragging Jay-Z's name through every part of this controversy. While most of the industry are staying quiet, maybe even scared to speak, 50's out here calling it what it is and daring anyone to stop him. But he's not alone anymore.
He pumps down his wife's throat to keep her in character.
No, girl. Not my beautiful Beyonce 5.
I tell you this right now. Y'all talking about free Britney. Y'all need to be doing a campaign that say free Beyonce.
Beyonce is free.
She is a prisoner in a gilded cage.
Kanye West is now chiming in with some serious heat. In a string of explosive posts on X, Kanye claimed the only reason Jay-Z and Beyoncé keep getting a pass is because of their ties to powerful figures running things from the shadows. He straight up accused the Carters of being slaves to the system and said they're protected because they're tied in with the highest levels behind the scenes. Kanye West didn't hold back in his post. He wrote that he calls celebrities the F word, but claims they've got no choice but to bow down to Jewish D's just to keep their money, their fame, and even their freedom. He's saying it straight up. These stars are playing by the rules of the powerful people behind the scenes, or risk losing everything. And what's wild is Kanye dropped all this right after a phone call between him and Diddy leaked online. In that recording, Diddy vented hard, talking about how he's always been the one to show up when his celebrity friends were in trouble. He basically said he's helped everybody, but now that he's the one in the hot seat, all those people are gone, acting like they've never even met him. Fans are saying that message was definitely aimed at Jay-Z. Diddy and Jay used to be really close. Diddy even once called Jay-Z his strategist and said he was the first person he'd hit up when he was in a jam. But now, ever since those dark allegations came out, Jay and Beyoncé have gone completely silent. Not a word, not a peep, nothing. It gets even colder. After Jay-Z's name showed up in Jane Doe's lawsuit, he had his lawyer Alex Spiro publicly deny that he and Diddy were even friends, like completely distancing himself, trying to scrub the history clean. You already know Diddy had to feel some type of way hearing Jay-Z flat out deny even knowing him, especially with all the talk over the years that Diddy might have actually helped Jay cover up his own alleged dirt. That's a cold betrayal if the rumors are true. Yeah, Jay might have got his name dropped from that Jane Doe lawsuit, but let's not act like the streets haven't been whispering for years. Long before the Diddy mess, there were already wild claims swirling around Jay-Z. From rumors of him messing with women way younger than him, to darker accusations that he silenced people who tried to speak up, including actress Kathy White. Some folks believe she knew too much, and it ended badly. Jaguar Wright came out swinging too, claiming that Diddy helped the Carters deal with Kathy. She even said there's allegedly a tape of how it all went down. That's the kind of stuff that makes people start connecting dots even if they don't want to.
They signed his contract. The big one was with Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Not a
I was wondering what you talking
about. Trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
wow. This guy. Oh, wow. You're going to let him say that?
Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he didn't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he's been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. After that, he got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures with him like he thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
Absolutely, been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow. So that's the deal he's signed, huh?
Yeah, that's the deal. Like, the other ones didn't count as much as that one did.
Joseph Manza's lawsuit just took everything to a whole new level of disturbing. According to the court documents, Diddy didn't just have Joseph drugged. He allegedly ordered him to be humiliated in front of a room full of celebrities. The details are beyond wild. Joseph claims he was stripped, forced into a thong, and had a black leather mask shoved onto his head, complete with a rubber dam that zipped shut across his face. And it didn't stop there. The lawsuit states that a locking adult device was attached to the mask sticking out of his mouth, turning him into some kind of twisted display. Joseph says he was then subjected to a series of degrading and non-consensual acts, describing the entire event as a full-blown freak-off. Now here's where things get even messier. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, jumped in fast to try and do damage control. He immediately released a statement denying Jay was involved, claiming Jay wasn't even in Miami when this party went down, but fans weren't buying it, especially since Spiro completely avoided addressing anything about Beyoncé. No statement, no denial, nothing. And considering Joseph directly claimed Beyoncé witnessed his humiliation, the silence is raising major eyebrows. People are starting to wonder if Jay-Z is once again ducking behind Beyoncé's public image, letting her take the heat while he plays invisible in the background. Is he protecting her, or just using her as a shield while the truth unravels? Some insiders are now whispering that it was Jay-Z himself who pushed Beyoncé into launching another world tour, and not just for the music. Word is, he wanted to create a major distraction before Diddy's trial kicks off, hoping the spotlight would shift away from him just in time. And if that's true, it's one strategic move. Let's not forget what Jaguar Wright said. She claimed Beyoncé's fans should launch their own free Britney-type movement because, in her words, Jay is allegedly feeding Bey substances and forcing her to work around the clock non-stop like she's on some kind of machine schedule. That's a massive claim. Then 50 Cent added more fuel to the fire, calling out how Jay-Z treats his marriage like a business contract, using Beyoncé's flawless public image as a shield to protect himself from getting dragged into Diddy's fallout. According to 50, this isn't about love. It's all about control and strategy. But now it's your turn. What do you think is really going on? Is the Cowboy Carter tour flopping because of weak ticket sales and country vibes? Or is there something way bigger happening behind the scenes? Sound off in the comments. We want to hear your take. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you're deep into this tea. And make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Because trust us, this story is far from over. See you on the next one.